The 5 pitfalls of early retirement. Now, this is especially true for people who retire very early. Okay, I'm talking like early 50s, late 40s, mid 40s. These can really come into play. All right, it's something that if you don't look out for these, you might be sorry. So be careful. Number one, don't compare yourself to other people that are the same age as you. Let's say you retire and you're 45. Oh my God, I wish I could have done that. For those who don't know, I retired at 59, which is still early. You know, I retired on moderate income, $500,000. That's what this channel is about. If you're interested, check out my videos. They might be of some interest to you. Anyway, if I retired somewhere in my 40s like that, I might run into those problems of comparing myself to other people of the same age as me. Let's say, for instance, you know, you're 45 years old. You see your friends driving around nice cars, BMWs, Mercedes, you know, whatever. I mean, and they're, you know, redoing these things and like replenishing them every 3 years. Maybe you used to do that in the past, but you're in retirement now. Would that be the smartest thing to do? Probably not, right? Think about that. Guys, you've already made it. You've retired. I don't care what age you're at, but especially when you're young like that, that can really affect you. You know, you've already made it. There's no need to compare yourself to other people the same age as you in a totally different situation who are still bringing in those weekly paychecks. No need to do that at all. Okay, you've already made it. So be aware of that. Number two, don't increase the risk in your investments. Again, you've already made it. Your nest egg now is supposed to last you until you die. Think about that. And if you're retiring in your early 40s, mid 40s, early 50s, what are we talking about? 40 years, possibly even 50 years? It's a long time to have your money last. Now, you know what? If you're like me, I'm a pretty conservative investor, but there are times that I get antsy. You know, it's like you're watching your investments. Like I've said in another video, it's like watching paint dry, because most of my stuff is in like, you know, either target retirement dates, index funds, boring stuff like that. That's really not going to move too much. Well, unless you'd look at the last year, it's moved in the wrong direction. If you're like me, what I do sometimes is I will take like maybe 5% at the very most of my portfolio, put it into some riskier stuff. Now, for me, that wouldn't be crypto. For you, it might be. For you, it might be investing in works of art or something, you know, and there are companies out there that do that. For me, I love art. Probably not something I'm going to do, though, you know, after I've thought about it more. But take a little bit of that money, play with it. Play with individual stocks you might like. You know, I wouldn't do 5% out of one particular stock. Maybe a much smaller amount than that, but play around with it. But for the most part, don't increase your risk once you've retired. That nest egg is meant to last you for the rest of your life, okay? Number three, don't invest without thought. What I mean by that is thought, in other words, i.e., research. Do your research. Don't just go on some tip that someone has given you about, hey, this company, man. I mean, you know, I invested in 2 months ago. It's gone up 10%. Well, you know what? In the next 2 months, it could go down 20%. Do your research. And if you don't really know, you know, how to research stocks and stuff, I'm kind of so on it. You know, I have a little background in it, but I'm not confident enough to just say, hey, okay, I like this one. That's what I'm going to invest in. Do your research. Listen to people who really do this for a living. Or hopefully even better, if you know people that do this for a living, that's even the best, right? So do your research before you think about investing in anything. And this goes, forget about if you're retired. If you're not retired even yet, do all your research. Now, if you're in your early 20s or something, you want to take a flyer on, I don't know, something that's going crazy, biotech, I don't know, AI. Sure, take a shot at it, man. You've got plenty of time to make that up, right? But if you're about ready to retire, or especially in retirement, Do your research. Number 4, don't ever stop challenging yourself. Okay? There's always stuff out there to learn. There's always stuff out there to do. If you just get to retirement and just say, that's it, I'm good, your brain's going to turn to mush. I ran into that first month of my retirement sitting around doing nothing. So it wasn't that long, but you know, I didn't feel as sharp as I had been when I was working. So I quickly changed that around and I started looking at stuff, you know, looking at stuff to do. Hey, I've always had an interest in this. You know, for me, it's photography. I take pictures now and then, and actually I tried to upload a couple of my shots here of my property to Shutterstock. Didn't get accepted because I was only using an iPhone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in a digital camera pretty soon and, you know, have some good quality images and learn how to shoot photos. I've always had an interest in it. That's challenging myself. I want to keep learning. I want to keep doing things. I don't want to just sit here static and do nothing in retirement. Not a good way to go. Number 5. Actually, you know what? I already said 5. See what happens? I wasn't challenging myself. I'm going mushy in the brain. Anyway, that's what I got for this, guys. Let me take a moment to thank everyone for all the good comments. I'm getting so many good comments on this channel. And, you know, it's bringing up ideas for future videos. It's bringing up questions about my own investments. You know, things that will make me look deeper into certain things that I'm seeing in these comments that people are suggesting. What I'm going to do, as I've said in the past, is I'm going to come up with a video pretty soon about alternative investments. These may be things that you might not think about when you're investing. Some of them might be a little risky. Some might not be so much risky. For example, have any of you ever thought about investing in farmland? Sounds pretty exciting, right? Another watching paint dry kind of thing. But surprisingly, farmland has been pretty productive. If you look back over the last 10, 20 years, the return on investment, not bad. That'll be one of the things I'll discuss in that alternative investing video. What I'm also going to be doing is in the coming months is I'll get a series of interviews together with people that I really respect, that know much more than me about investing, about retirement in general. So I'm going to ask them to come on this channel. I hope they say yes. You know, our following has got pretty good. We got a lot of subscribers now, and we're on a roll. We keep going. So hopefully that'll interest you guys. And you know what? If you guys have anything you'd like me to address in a video, please leave them in the comments for this video. And, you know, I'll check them out. And if it seems like a lot of people are mentioning a lot of the same things, I'll definitely do that. Okay? Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. And, you know, kind of chilly out here in the high desert still, but as you can see behind me, it's a great view. I never gets old. But just remember, guys, do your research, stay involved, stay challenged, and remember, we got this.